level. One thing I want to mention is, so I talked about how in TFK, if you want to jump, you have to spam buttons every time you want to jump. Should be fun. Oh no. Can I still make that? Maybe.
Do you think I felt regrets as I gazed upon the destruction we had brought? Or at least humility at the speed with which I worked
when we
to transform
deactivate
from a
slow-mo,
good
we don't
one
really
into a hell?
we don't
If
really
you
bother
think
to
so,
deactivate
you're
it, we just let
mistaken.
it run out.
From that moment, I
And the
thought of
reason
one
why
thing
is
only.
because, one,
The
as I
honor
said,
and
to press
glory
the
I will
slow-mo
bring my
button, I have to
father by
stop
fighting
running,
like a
so it
warrior in my
actually
first
costs
battle.
time. But the other thing is, the game seems to actually run a little bit faster with slow-mo, so we actually prefer to have slow-mo. These are some kind of portals. Different path to level.
Many men that day sought to win honor and glory on the battlefield, that their king might say to them, as Khosrow said to Rustam, "You are the noblest of my warriors."
But anyway,
from the moment my sword tasted blood,
here
I
there's
knew
not much
this
of a
would not
skip.
be my way.
It's just
I will win
moving
my
these
father's
boxes.
praise, not by
Something to
killing,
mention is the box,
but
like,
by
you're not
being the
moving it
first to
on
find the
constant motion.
Maharaja's
He's
treasure
moving
vault
it
and the wonders
a little bit, then
within.
he stops, then he moves it a little bit, then he stops. So if you do need to stop moving the box, while still carrying it as far as possible, then it's worth timing it so that you stop moving it, like, at the end of the animation. Yes, you can play the whole game with one hand. But yes, exactly. There are downsides to that. You definitely need preferable to be able to use the other hand as well, because in TFK we've got more control by having a button that dictates whether we're moving or we're using our magic powers. But here we don't have that, and so it's actually a bit harder. So this is a puzzle that's similar to Sands of Time Mystic Puzzle, where we just enter these portals and we get somewhere else. So this one's top right, top left, and then same. And that's it. And there'll be another one in this same level.
Shall I continue my
with
story from
10%.
here, the next time we're interrupted?
Like, they didn't even bother to give it a different solution. It's like it reminds me of when... Okay, so here, by the way, here, I'm moving this. It's worth
And
stopping,
there it
like,
lay,
at the end of
just
the
out of
animation, like
reach,
that, because now I need
the
to climb over
dagger
and
of
continue
time.
pushing it. So it's worth
There was
stopping
a
it,
treasure
like,
I
at
could
the end of
carry
the
with
animation,
pride
not
as a
before
trophy
the
of our
build.
victory.
That's
If
better.
I could only get there.
Okay, so here I might need to... Okay, oh no. Yeah, I was gonna say I might need to worry about my health, like, that was bad. Okay, I have to do this again. I would say that's the biggest mistake of the run so far. Oh no, wrong direction. Okay. So we still need to worry about health a little bit, but if we didn't get the upgrades, we'd have to worry a lot more. But I'll pick up some health from this part as well. So this actually reminds me when GMP and I were racing TFK last year. And then Velcheran said in chat, I thought they're even, but they're actually on the same... They're actually on a different puzzle, but repeated twice in the same level. And so there's something like that in this level as well, where it's the same puzzle repeated twice at the same level. Sands of Time Mystic Puzzle.
Each time I struck him down, he rose to fight
and
again.
it even has the
I
same
soon realized that only by taking into my own day the sands that possess them could I liberate them from their monstrous looming death.
So we get this chest. This is the only chest that we go out of our way to get. All other chests we don't get, so this is the second puzzle again, with the same solution. Top right, top left, same. So here we go, top right, top left, same. That's done. And now we get something I can mention is I previously wanted to mention it, but then I got interrupted by something else. When we want to go down, we kind of want to drag the mouse as far down as we can.
Done. I'll start the story from here next time.
Because sometimes, like, if the prince is low down, let's say he's like somewhere here on the screen, and we want to go down, then we want to have the mouse below the prince, basically.
You think my story is impossible. Perhaps I am mad. Who would not be driven mad by horrors such as I have lived?
I'll finish my thought in just a
but
second,
I assure
but
you,
for now,
every word is
slow-mo
true.
here, because we don't need to. That helps with the cycle. So, we didn't actually need to slow-mo here, but if we slow-mo, we get a better cycle now. And then we slow-mo again. Again, we don't need to, but when we slow-mo, we get a good cycle here. So you can see we can just about make that because we did the slow-mo. So basically, if you want to go down, you have to aim below the prince.
Seen her? Or had my senses give way under the burden of horrors
usually
too
if you
great
just
to
have the
bear,
emulator open,
and conjured up a phantom?
At the bottom,
Either way,
most
I
people,
could not
when they use
rest
Windows,
until I
at the
had
bottom
found
they
her
have
again.
the taskbar. And so if you make your mouse go all the way down, slow-mo there. If you make your mouse all the way down, then you'll hit the taskbar. And so I'm using a program called Buttery Taskbar to basically disable my taskbar in Windows so that I can get my cursor all the way down without hitting my taskbar while still being focused on the emulator. Of course, if you're playing on a real Nintendo DS, then you don't have to worry about that. Because there's a physical edge of the screen, so if you just kind of make your stylus go as far down as it goes,
Hello?
you know, it gets physically stopped. Okay, here I need to focus to get the slow-mo timing correct. So if I got that timing correct, I should be able to make this whole thing in one go now, without having to...
Who are
Oh
you?
no, okay.
I am Farah, the daughter of the Maharaja from whom you
Okay, I completely
stole
messed that up.
This is your doing,
I saw my father
Let me
turn to
get my
sand.
and we will
slow-mo
share
back.
its fate. If you do not give me the dagger to undo what you have done,
Your traitors, Vizier, used the same words.
I slow-mo
From
just
now on,
slightly
I
too
trust
late.
no one but myself. Run! Go back to the reception hall. Wait for me there. Go!
Honestly, from my experience, so I have played both TFK and this on a real Nintendo DS as well. From my experience, it's not that different from an emulator. It really feels the same, to be honest. I think most people would maybe even prefer the console. But I don't mind because my mouse aim is decent. So because you know with the stylus it can be a bit easier to aim, but if you're well versed with the mouse, it's okay as well. guys. So the top one I can kill faster because when I'm below him. Although I was a bit too far that time, but when I'm slightly below him, as I mentioned previously, he can get hit twice with the same attack. But it actually doesn't save time because the bottom one I'll have to hit more times anyway.
Oh, thank God! I was afraid you were one of them. Can you help me activate the hazard defense system?
So we've got some.
It will take both of us to do it. I reset the access for you.
New
The
type
man
of
who is
enemy.
normally in charge of his gun.
If you're wondering how
Never
we're
mind.
gonna kill him, it's like this.
Ride the platform, not to the bottom. And use those two cranks to bring them back up.
To be fair, he does get a few hits in before we kill him, so we are just mashing. Or rather, slicing him, and we're not really doing much.
You will need to
but
pick
because
them up
the enemies
one
drop
by
HP when we're low on HP
until you've
anyway,
got
it's just
all
not
four. Then bring them up to the top together. Make sure you pick them up in the right order. That's it. You got the first axle. Now pick up the other three. Remember, pay attention to the groove.
another one of these vine sections.
That's it.
Again, we can kill the top one a bit
down
faster,
the platform.
but
The other one rises and lowers it.
actually, yeah, it's really tricky. Like one of them, you can always get one of them cheesed. Like you can hit them twice with the same combo, but the other one you usually can't. So you're kind of stuck doing the full combo anyway. One more unskippable fight, but after this fight, I've got a question for chat, which is, who here likes the two thrones? Because if you like the two thrones, then you'll like this next bit.
Just one more!
Okay, then Eraser will hate this next bit.
What's four? Now, bring them up to the top and line them up with their gears.
So, here we go. Might be familiar to some of you.
That's it!
Yeah,
I
that's
knew
Marcelo.
you could do it!
He's in this game. So we want to collect as many gems as possible here. These
Now,
horse levels
there
are
is
actually
one
really
last
important
step.
because that's where
Do
we
you
get the
see
majority
that
of our gems
platform?
from.
Throw
for
your
the
lever
upgrades.
and I will...
So the blue ones give us 20, so it's really important to get the blue ones. The
We
green
did
ones,
it!
they're important, but if
Servus
we miss a few,
Argus
it's not the end
demons
of
right!
It's not the end
Oh
of the
my
day.
God, they will
Sorry,
rule
it's
the
not the end of
day
the world.
they ever dare attack the
But
palace
the
of
green
Azad.
ones, you know, we can miss even 10. It's not that big of a deal. That's why you can see I'm kind of skipping some green ones and just going to the blue ones. There are also red ones that give 50, so green ones give 1. Blue ones give 20 and red ones give 50.
The palace's defenses had a twisted logic of their own. They could be circumvented by using strategically placed speeches which I soon
This
learned to
level, it
recognize.
has multiple.
Yet it was hard to escape the feeling that I had made a terrible mistake by setting in motion such a deadly system of traps, which seemed in truth more likely to claim my life than that of an invader that was not flesh and blood.
So here I want to conserve my health, and you'll see why in just a second. If I lose a bit of health, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so that's fine. I lost a bit of health, that's fine. That's actually a problem. Okay. Well, you'll see what I was trying to do though. Here we can just skip these, we don't have to do that, but because I got hit more than once I still have to do one jump like that. But if I had one more health bar, then I wouldn't have had to do that. Anyway, big trick coming up. Turns out, similar to Sands of Time, if we don't like fall damage, we can do a rewind trick. So we rewind twice, like this, and we cancel fall damage. It also breaks the music. Because I don't have slow-mo or any sands, I have to wait for this now. But these scarabs give us our sands back, so that's nice. But there's another way to cancel fall damage, which we're gonna see shortly as well. So there are 2 fall damage cancellation strats in this level. So here we slow-mo, otherwise maybe we can get the cycle, but it's just much easier with slow-mo, and we avoid all the traps as well. Okay, so here, watch how I'm gonna not take any fall damage. I'm falling for a long time here. And I do absolutely nothing, he just grabs the ledge. So if you just grab the ledge, he just doesn't take fall damage. That's called a long fall grab, it's also in TFK. Okay, so this level is another puzzle type level. It's gonna have lots of puzzles similar to the ones in Sands of Time with the mirrors and the light beams. Oh, if you missed the T2T part, there'll be another one. There'll be quite a few actually. I think there'll be 3. See this light beam, and you can see these mirrors, so we're going to be manipulating that. There's not that much strat-wise in this level, it's just doing the puzzle optimally.
I soon discovered that when I had collected enough sand, the dagger gained the power to stop the time. Not for me, but for an enemy I struck.
I don't even know what's to the right there. Genuinely have no idea, I've never been there, but you just don't need to go there. Here it really looks like you're supposed to go down the terrain, but actually you go up. That's always one you'll get caught out by if you haven't played the game for years. No, the game audio is poppy. That's because it's a Nintendo DS game. It's not even an emulator. It sounds like this on the real console. That's just how it is, I'm afraid. Here we just jump down and then we roll to cancel the stagger animation. The other nice thing is that since you can play the game with one hand, you can use your other hand to take a sip of water.
I'm sorry.
Why?
I know what it is to lose a father.
That was not my father.
What are you doing? Stop!
Which is actually needed because you otherwise don't really have any breaks. Like there aren't really any long cutscenes or anything like that. You constantly have to be on the game.
Wait.
Small optimization with the puzzle coming up.
I'll cover you.
Please
We can
don't.
put
You're
this
liable
one
to hit
into
me.
place straight away. Like, we can't see why it should be there right now, but we will do in a second. See it just at the top there.
Stay there. I'll try to find a way in.
Help!
But then at the end of this level, we'll unlock a new power. So that's pretty cool. I think it's actually the first magical power that we're gonna unlock. Okay, so here we go. These are flowing sand pillars. We can freeze them like this. And then after some time, they unfreeze again. So you have to be quick with them. So we'll see quite a few of these throughout the run and more powers as well. So we'll immediately see a few of these in this next level. So here, we need to be careful not to jump to our death because we need to freeze these first.
I'm down here. There you are. Let's try not to get some again,
Fight.
shall we?
There's like a
It's so quiet out there.
big
It's
platform
terrible.
that's descending on top of us, but it doesn't really affect anything. We did the speed run, we still want to just do the fight as fast as possible.
You're a skinny little thing.
What is this place?
We'll need to find a way down to the bottom.
So here, like, as we're killing the enemy, I'm
I
already
can't do that.
Stay there.
freezing the next sand. Because that animation
I can
can't
reach
be
this one.
interrupted, so I might as well start doing something else. Okay, so here, or very shortly rather, I will use slow-mo. So these yellow ones, that's an instant death. And so
I'll
I use
just wait
slow-mo
here
here.
then.
Otherwise
Shall
I
I?
have to wait for a cycle if I don't use slow-mo, because it's going to catch up and kill me. And I have to basically wait on some spells. Oh, I'm gonna... Go. Can I still make that? Okay, because I really need that sand tank. Okay.
Are you alright? I heard strange noises.
The reason why I need
No
that sand
permanent
tank
damage,
is
thank
because there's another one here and we're going to slow-mo here again. So I slow-mo while I'm jumping over the enemy so that I don't lose any time. It's possible to
There's
make this
another
without
lever in that
slow-mo,
corner.
but it's
Do you think you can reach
basically
it?
RNG, depending on how the enemies behave.
I've got it. Your turn now.
So a chest that gives us 50 gems. You can see it was red. And as I said previously, we don't go out of our way to get any chests apart from the ones that are like we literally can't progress through the game without getting that one. So of course we get that one. But there's just the one that I pointed out like 5 levels ago. That was like 1 centimeter to the left. That was the only one that we got that wasn't mandatory. And even that one isn't mandatory, but the gem route becomes extremely tight. But we get most of the gems in the horse levels anyway. There's one more. Okay, next level will have some cool strats as well. So right off the bat, we're gonna have another rewind trick to cancel full damage. The rewind trick timing is actually a bit finicky. It's not trivial. You definitely need some practice. but at the same time, it's probably much easier than Sands of Time. So here... There we go, and that turns off the music. And then I get my sands back in that sand cloud. That sand cloud restores my sands, which is actually very important because I need slow. Because it's not possible to make it past these spikes without slow. Twice again, the sound's broken. That's because I didn't read my previous go. Basically, we drop that boulder on a door. There is a skip we can do here, which is similar to the Warrior Within skip, where you kind of use slow-mo and you step on a button that usually needs a box, and then you roll off the button and go through the door before it closes. There's a similar skip we can do with slow-mo here as well, but it's so ridiculously precise I haven't been able to do it even once, even in practice. So I just don't go for it. That's like segmented over
I wonder what is about the sands.
I don't think they did survive.
Again, things are a bit quiet because there's no music since I did the rewind for it. Rest the sound for some reason. Puzzle here. Not much to do other than just solve it.
Here I am. I'm pulling over.
So,
There's no
yeah, actually, as far as I can tell, you actually can't make it up there in one go. You do have to climb around. Okay, and then we'll have a few more cool strats at the end of this level as well.
Here I am.
So again, these yellow ones instantly kill you. So we really have to wait for them to give us proper cycles. So this is kind of the final room in this level, but we'll have 2 more neat strats before we finish it.
I just saw a door open.
Okay, so here I'm wall running up, and I'll wall run up to a button, and then eventually there'll be a trigger for more of these yellow blades. But if I get it low enough, the trigger is high up, and now I just skip the trigger. So
Thanks.
if I hit the button from very low down, we can avoid the trigger, and then we just don't have to worry about the yellow saw blades on the way down. So that's very neat. And then
If you
here,
have believed the rest of my tale
I
until
freeze
now,
this
perhaps you will also
sand
believe
pillar,
me when
and
I
I'll be
tell you
like,
that,
why?
as we made our way through
Find
the
out.
moonlit ruins, I began to feel strangely drawn to the girl at my side. Her reason told me to distrust her, for she had good cause to hate
We
me.
can do this.
Yet she had
Looks
proven
tight, but I've
herself a
actually
loyal
never failed.
companion, and I confess, I was grateful for the company of someone who, like me, was flesh and blood.
And then we climb back up to the top of the level.
I can't reach it. Wonderful.
And there we go, that was level 2.8. We're gonna have level 2.9, and then
Send
afterwards
that
will be
pressure
the
plate, will you?
World 2 boss fight, which will be 2.10. So 2.9 is
I don't
kind of
know. Can't you crawl through that crack or
the
something?
preview level to the boss. We're kind of climbing this tower or whatever. And you can see it's a sort of circular level. We'll see a few of these.
Here I am. The gate's closing. Hurry. You did it.
And again, in this level, the reason for getting the health upgrades will become quite apparent. because you'll see that I'll be able to just damage boost through some of the traps because of the fact that I've got enough health to just not worry about them. So yeah, the cycle is very tight without slow-mo, but again, because I've got enough health, I can make it. So here I'm still trying to avoid the spikes. It's like if I can avoid them without losing time, then I might as well. But if I can't, then you know, it is what it is. So see, now I'm low on HP, so I have to wait for these. But if I didn't have the health upgrades, then I would have had to wait for way more of them. Okay, and then after this will be the World 2 boss fight, which is the hardest boss fight in this run. It is the biggest run killer of this whole run. And the reason why is because if you remember what I said about the sword hitting distances, in order to get this boss optimally, the distance that you have to be at in order for all of your attacks and combo to land are just ridiculously precise. So like I've tried using a save state and using pixel perfect setups, and I still couldn't get it consistently. And so it's basically like I can get it roughly 1 in 3 attempts, and there are 2 opportunities to get it. But that will be in the last phase. So you can see there are 3 phases. The first 2 phases, we have strats, but we can get them consistently. The last phase is where some of the combos might not land, and then we would lose like 30 seconds doing all of this again, waiting for the next cycle. Okay, I actually failed the very first one already, so I've already lost 30 seconds. The reason why I failed it is because it's some kind of placebo, but slashing away from the prince tends to work better for some reason than slashing in the other direction, and I forgot that. So now you can see I didn't finish the phase. Which is why I have to do this again. It's consistent if you do it properly. But the last one is actually inconsistent even if you don't. Even if you do it properly. The second one is the same as the first one, but it's way tighter.
I see
so I
the
have
glow
to
you were
be more
talking
careful.
about.
But I'm expecting this time loss, to be honest, like for a marathon run, this boss fight. Okay, I didn't get the second one either. I think my distance might have been off there as well. But the estimate is quite lenient, so it's okay. Yeah, so that time I got it, but obviously it didn't matter anymore. Okay, so now the final one. This one is most optimally done in 2 cycles. But if I mess up and I don't get the distance correctly, then it will be 3. But I will have 2 opportunities to do it correctly. So if either one of them I do it correctly, then it works. But if I fail both, then we lose time. Okay, so I did everything correctly, but it just didn't work. This is what I was talking about. Like, the distance was just off, and the final attack didn't land, and you can tell that by the sound, and also by the amount of HP that we dealt. Like, the first attack was like a sword slash, whereas the last attack was just like a whiff, because he hit nothing. He just hit the air. Nice, but I got it the second time, so we still... So ironically, I got the hard one, but I didn't get the easy ones.
I'll come down with you.
So by the way, if anyone likes the Two Thrones, you'll like this next bit as well.
That's not funny. There's a ledge right below you. Careful.
And once again, we want to collect as many blue gems as possible. These ones actually we can just damage boost through, they just deal damage. But they don't stop us.
Look, a crack. Here I am.
Okay, and then we do the world map dialogue skip
Don't
again
step off that switch.
to go straight into the next shop, because that's the end of World 2. So we skip a world map dialogue by going straight into the shop as we go to the world map, and then we'll want a health upgrade and 2 sword upgrades. So this is the first time we'll be getting a sword upgrade. And that will be mandatory because in this very level already there will be enemies that we can kill 3 times faster. I'm not exaggerating, 3 times faster by getting the sword upgrade. So it's really necessary. Whereas up until now the sword upgrades just didn't matter at all. So these are quite annoying. We've got a new power, by the way. We can control these
We need to open this door.
sand.
Look for a
I
switch.
don't know what to call them. Sand.
I'm going in.
I don't want to call them clouds
Wait
because
for me.
that's something else already. But oh.
A soldier's mess hall. The smell of food still wafted from the kitchen. Scant hours ago, these tables had been filled with men, joking in camaraderie over their evening meal, just as my father's men did
I
back
didn't
home
mean
in
to-
Sarath.
okay.
At ease because they think themselves safe within the
See,
castle
I
walls,
didn't mean
with
to
no
move
enemy
forward.
to
I meant to
find.
move
How
this
could they though?
sand
The
cloud. I
enemy
was
was
putting
already
it
among
out
them.
anyway. But I accidentally moved. So there I got hit on purpose because the cycle just
Help me.
ends up being nicer that way. I just damage boosted through these because I've got enough health anyway. Well, not if he runs in the opposite direction. Okay, well I just about survived it. It'll be a bit tight from here, but it should be okay. Here again, I'll get hit on purpose and then do that. Okay, I should get my health back here. Yeah. So the first fight here, these are still the old enemies, which we can one-tap now, but that's not that much different from what we previously had. Because previously we just needed to finish the combo, now he dies midway through the combo. It doesn't make much of a difference. But the next enemies that we'll see will be where the sword upgrade really makes a big difference.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
So this is the new type of enemy. We can only kill him by jumping over him.
We
So
are
you can
about
see
to
he
zoom.
just blocks our attacks
We'll need to cross
otherwise.
the bridge.
And we
Now
kill him
what?
in 2 vaults. But if we didn't have the sword upgrade, then it would take
Yes,
6
I was going to
vaults.
suggest that.
So you can see it's really important to get that sword upgrade, which is why those horse levels are also so important,
You did it.
because that's where we get the majority of our gems from. No, okay. Can I do this? Yeah, nice.
just wait right here then, shall I?
So these enemies we can just one tap now, so we don't have to worry.
It stopped! Pull it again!
Here, if you don't know where you're going, it's very easy to get lost. I actually have no idea where the other paths lead, I'll be honest. These doors require 2 gusts of wind to open.
Now pull the lever!
And likewise, these can be triggered with the wind. Yeah, that's a good name, let's just call it wind. Everything you're seeing here is extremely annoying, and I feel like that should be easy to see why. It's just very clunky.
Here I am. I'll pull the lever.
So we have to push this box. It is interesting for sure, but it's just clunky and annoying. And this is especially where having the wind and movement without any separate button makes it really annoying, because you can make a mistake very, very easily. So I might be trying to jump, for example, and then I'll press on that wind cloud instead. And that will just make him not jump. It would be nicer if we could control that explicitly. I'm not sure if that will work, but let's see. Okay, nice.
I'm coming!
Just don't question it, Belcheran. I mean, where do these yellow blades appear from? Like, in the next 15 seconds, or no, in the next 30 seconds. You'll see some yellow blades.
Under this gate,
You know,
I'll
where
really
do they
be
come
impressed.
from? I don't know. They didn't even bother to code an animation.
I
Like
knew
here.
that hole was there. I just wanted to see if you know.
If this type of physics is allowed, then maybe the type of physics that
Keep
permits
running.
the box to behave like that is also allowed. I think it might be possible to make that. I don't want to risk it, because those are an instant death. And also, if you rewind, they desync and potentially it becomes impossible to solve the level.
The switch is broken.
So if you make a mistake, not only do you instantly die, but even if you rewind, potentially you can't even fix it then.
Alright. Keep going now. I'll find another way in.
Try not to take too long.
Okay, but we've made it.
I'm up here! Down below, there's a great open balcony. Come on, I'll show you.
Easy for you to say.
This next bit is really annoying.
Here I am.
Stay there. I'll come down.
We have to get it through this spiral, but it's extremely counterintuitive, like where you're supposed to make it go. Because if it crashes into a wall, then... Okay, there we go. Then you just have to start again. Okay,
It's
so
too
this
far.
level
I
will
can't jump it.
contain a new glitch that I actually found
I know where I
yesterday
am.
evening.
This gate
stayed
leads
up
to the baths. Do you think
until
you
like
can find
2
a way
a.m.
there?
Of course, finding my way
Trying
to the
figure
baths
out
from
where
here
else
should be
it could
easy.
applied, and I
Good.
went through
I'll
every
meet you
fight
there.
in the game, and this is the... Turns out this is the only one that I can figure out how to apply it.
I'll just ask the first angry car I run into. Could you direct me to the baths,
which will
please?
be
Well, thank you. Don't mention it. I used
a
to be a
vault
bath
opener.
attendant back when I was alive.
Use an enemy to clip through a door.
I'll meet you at
First
the
puzzle.
baths. She orders me around as if I were a servant. It's my own
Okay,
fault.
so
With
here
women, you need to show them you're in charge
there's
right from the
an
start.
unskippable
Or
fight.
they walk all
I'll
over
kill
you.
the first enemy,
I've been too
but then I'll
indulgent.
manipulate the spawn of the second
I felt
enemy,
sorry
and then
for
vault over him
Well,
like that,
it
and
starts
that's it,
now.
he's dead. Well,
From
not,
now
not
on,
he's
she'll
dead,
have to
because-
toe the line. That is, assuming
that's it.
I heard.
So I'm actually expecting
Oh,
to gold this
have
thing.
you been
because
waiting
this is
here
the
all
first
this
run
time?
where I've done this.
I didn't realize you meant this path. I went to the other path.
Oh,
Clear
okay,
across the
so
other side of the
this
city.
cycle didn't line
I
up
had a
now
lovely wash
because
and I rubbed with fragrant oils.
it didn't line up
Too
compared
bad
to what
you
I'm
weren't
used to
there.
because I
Stop
did that
talking
strat
to
previously.
yourself.
That's why I fell down. So here, see how we trigger those, I don't know what to call them, the locks. But actually, if you go too far left before the gust of wind finishes, the locks just deload and the puzzle doesn't get completed. So you really have to stay there until it's fully unlocked. Ah, really? Okay. This is why having rewinds is so tricky. Yeah, I can actually just do this. It's a safety thing. Okay, nice. It's funny, actually, I've just realized the music for the fight is still playing because I never finished the fight. This is the first time I've done this strat in a run, so... And again, we don't want to run right until this whole thing is completed, because otherwise it will deload, and it won't finish. Okay, so I think it's actually not gonna gold because I made some mistakes, but anyway. It's still quite fast. Okay, so another one of those circular levels. This one's mostly just running, but we'll have to use some slow-mo to avoid the lava as well. We get hit there, but we don't care. We have an absurd amount of health. So you can see the lava's rising up quite fast. So I don't need slow-mo just yet, but I'll need it in a second. And I think it's actually intended to use slow-mo here. Like, I don't think it's even possible to finish it without. And that's why there's a sand cloud here, presumably. Okay, so and then during the wall run animation, I activate slow-mo because once the animation starts, it completes even if I don't hold the button, which gives me opportunity to press the rewind button so that I don't, sorry, the slow-mo button so that I can slow-mo without stopping. Okay, and we're nearly at the end of this level. These things are also really annoying because sometimes they just glitch out and then you just can't move them anymore and then you get soft locked. I once lost a world record paced run to that. That enemy, it's a new type of enemy. He teleports after you hit him once. It's really annoying. So like this one. Oh no, that's not the teleporting one. Oh, we'll see that later. These are just. I think this is the teleporting one. Yeah, I see he teleported. There we go, he's dead. And then another one of the teleporting enemies spawned, but we don't need to kill him, so we'll just vault over him and be on our way.
Are you there?
Okay, so this next bit is quite funny. So with these enemies, we just have to kill them like this by activating the sword blade. But then the next ones after these will be very funny indeed.
Stay there. I'll come to you. Are you there?
And again, we can't run away before the enemy dies because otherwise the enemy will despawn, and then you have to run back and spawn him in again. So the pathing algorithm for these enemies is that they just follow you directly. So we have to guide them into the saw blades like this. They just literally run towards us. We have to guide them into the saw blades like that.
What took you so
And they're
long?
not very intelligent, these
Throwing
enemies.
them all the colors.
There's a mandatory scarab.
Help me!
I think that's the last one. Yeah. I think we'll see a new type of enemy again. Not here, but the next level. And then, as in by level, I mean, like here. Or the next one. So this is nice with the teleporting enemies. Sometimes we can start the combo, and if he teleports close enough, we can still kill him with the same combo, even after he teleports. Yeah, this is the new type of enemy. These are women enemies. I think they even have the warrior within women enemy sounds. Yeah, we kill them by jumping over them. And because we have the sword upgrades, then they don't much of a challenge. Okay, so
Help me!
this level, it really looks like we should be able to skip some of the pieces we could, but there's nothing we can do. We just have to do it like this. then it would be nice to have the magic power on a different button than because it's very easy to accidentally move when you're trying to use the magic power or vice versa. But it is what it is. Rewind trick here.
What are you waiting for?
And then I walk into the sand cloud to get my sand back. So, there will be another rewind trick in this level, but I'm actually not gonna go for it. And the reason why is because I actually can't. Because it requires 3 sand tanks. It requires a rewind trick,
What if I get
and then
into trouble?
immediately followed by another rewind trick. Because there's like a death plane, and you need to rewind trick the death plane, and then you need to rewind trick the fall damage. So we would skip this entire thing. But you need 3 sands for that, and I literally don't have 3 sands. Obviously, we could have gotten different upgrades, but then we'd have to sacrifice either health or a sword upgrade, and at least RTA, I think that's not worth it. Potentially for a TAS, it could be worth it. And again, because we did the rewind. Don't mind me, I think it is. So this is another puzzle level. It's mostly just, it's not even puzzles, it's just you go press that button, then you go press the other button, and so on. It's mostly that, but there'll be a few interesting bits where we use slow-mo. So here we make the box go a bit further than we need to leave a gap, because we're going to come back there, and we'll need to push the box to the left. And so we leave a gap immediately so that we don't have to do anything to get back down. No.
Where is that glow coming from?
And then we need this box one more time. If you've been gone for the last 3 or 4 minutes, nothing crazy happens.
Listen to this. Of what use is reason against the power of love? Love is life.
So this
So
is
if you want to live,
these
die in
buttons that we're
love.
pressing, they disable
Die
the
in
black
love
smoke.
if you want to
If
stay
you walk
alive.
into the black smoke, it
What's that
kills.
supposed to mean?
I thought you'd like it.
If you want to be useful, try finding a book that'll tell us how to get out of here.
This isn't that kind of game.
Game.
So here,
She thinks
I'm
this is a
gonna
game.
slow-mo. You technically can make it without, but it's very tight. See, like if I mess up like I just did, then I probably wouldn't have been able to make it back. But now I'll slow-mo again. See the traps are already kind of collapsing. And then I just get my sands back from this sand cloud, so it's not a problem. Now here I need to push this box 3 times over 3 spikes. The first one I'm not gonna use slow-mo for. The other ones I will, because as you can see it's quite tight. So we use slow-mo for the other ones, and we don't use it for the first one, so that, you know, if we fail one of them, let it be the first one, so that we can try again quickly. But it's actually very, very tight without slow-mo.
You open the gate.
And coming up will be a strat where, you know when I said that things deload when they come off the screen? We're actually going to make use of that, because there'll be some poles that are on a cycle, and we'll deload a pole when it's on a good cycle, so that when we come back to it, it stays on a good cycle. Here we just sort of do this, just hold left. So this pole above me now, it's on a good cycle, it's deloaded now. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Oh no, wait, rewind, can I still salvage that? Is that, no, okay. I did not mean to press that button. This has never happened before. We're gonna have to wait like 30 seconds now. We have to wait for it to come all the way back down again. Hi guys. Okay. That's actually never happened before. Okay, here we go. That's what was supposed to happen, and then because we deloaded that pole, it's still in the correct position. Not 2K, just tomorrow. Because there's going to be a rolling boulder, but if we walk too far from the boulder, then it stops rolling because it deloads. So it has to roll through this entire corridor, and we have to be near it the whole time.
There should be a way to make this thing go up. See if you can find a switch.
What makes you think?
Like if it goes slightly off the screen, then it deloads only visually. But if we go a bit further, then it deloads
I found one. Shall I pull
materially
it?
as well.
Not yet. Wait till I'm on the platform.
Okay, here we go.
Are you on the platform yet?
Not yet. Wait till I'm on the platform.
Okay, and I think this is the penultimate level in World 3. It's a slightly strange one. I think it's the only level where we go left instead of right. But I think the reason why they made it like that is because we're descending. It's kind of fitting.
Here I come.
Wait! Don't you need to open the
not
gate?
much interesting. It's just a kind of quick platforming level. It's also quite quick. It's only a few minutes.
The gate's open!
We can see here as well, you can imagine how you might be trying to freeze the sand, and then if you're a bit too far to the left or a bit too far to the right, you're technically not pressing on the sand pillar.
Wait,
And
let's
you
see where the
just end
corridor
up,
goes. Alright,
jumping.
you can take the crack.
Dying.
See you soon!
We have enough enough health that we just don't
I'm
have
up
to worry.
here.
Really.
Try pulling that lever.
We do still have to watch our health somewhat, but we don't have to worry too much. Particularly because the iframes are quite low in this game. So in
Do you
TFK,
think I can jump it?
oh,
Go on,
okay,
try.
just about got
What's
that.
the worst that can happen?
In TFK,
There
if
you
you
go.
get hit, you can't take damage again for another 2 seconds or something. Oh,
I'll meet you on the other side of that gate.
Careful.
You be careful.
so in TFK it's really lenient, but in this game, not so much. Oh, I didn't even realize when I froze that. Okay, and then I think it's the boss fight. Yeah, it's the boss fight coming up now.
Here I am.
This,
I can't
this
open
is
the
World
gate.
3 boss fight. So World 3 out of 4. The World 3 boss fight is the easiest one. There's nothing really hard. You can use time still, but he's doing some kind of magic.
I don't know. I'm working it out as I go.
We're just basically doing this. Okay, ironically I messed that up. But even then I didn't lose too much time. Yeah, it's something like that.
I'm out.
I could marry her.
So I did slightly mess that up as well. If you
But still,
when he separates into 3, you
what
can
better way to tame her insolence? It's not
like,
so bad
hit
for a
all
woman
3 of
with
them
a spirit. It's a
while they're still separating. But I slightly messed that up there. But you,
Watch
as
out
I
for
said, even when
spikes.
you mess this one up, you don't lose that much time. It's not like the previous boss, which is just really hard. More Marcello. And this is the last time we care about gems, so we want to collect as many gems in this level as we can.
Look.
But after that,
That's the bridge
we'll
to
go
the
to World
Tower of
4
Dawn.
and collect some more upgrades, and then we won't care about gems again.
Look out. Wait for me.
Here we go right, because there are more gems.
There's a stair.
Be careful on the stairs.
So we can't really get to all of them there, or maybe we can, but it's actually not that tight, so we just don't need to worry. Okay. And then world map dialogue skip again. We enter the shop in order to skip a dialogue. But also we need a sword upgrade. The sand upgrades we don't need, but I'm getting them for safety. So now we'll have 4 sands instead of 2, and crucially we'll also have a new
A prison.
sword upgrade.
In my
which
father's
for normal
palace was a
enemies
prison much
doesn't
like
matter
this.
that much, but
I
for
had
the
never
final
set foot
boss, it
inside.
really matter. It will
Now
save
here I
a
was,
minute,
myself a
not
prisoner,
more,
seeking
for the
an
final
escape.
boss. So this is the final world now. New ability. If we throw a gust of wind into an enemy, we can control the enemy. And so we just turned into the archer, and then we use the archer to shoot the button. It's actually quite cool, that one. So same here, we pump this guy. We kind of cooperate. And the nice thing about that is if the enemy dies while you're controlling it, then you still lose time, but you know, he just... Oh, I already messed it up. No. I think I did a rewind trick by accident.
A torch chamber. It was the
That's
first
why I
time
got
I had seen such devices at close range. Close enough to touch.
Okay.
Where were the man whose trade it had been to apply the question?
So here we're gonna have to
Yes,
actually
the
fight
answer
as
to
the
the
enemy.
insult, if indeed there was one. In the end,
your parry.
they had met the same fate as their victims, guards and prisoners made equal by the sands of time.
And then I think this is a new enemy type, but because we've got all the sword upgrades, I see he's got the flaming sword or whatever. But because we've got all the sword upgrades, he just goes down like that. Sub 2 is definitely feasible. It's tight with my current skill level, but it's feasible for sure. Current world record for reference is 201.27. We roll to avoid the stagger there from the full damage, and then more controlling enemies. So here it's really annoying because when we shoot the arrow, again because it's the same button as movement, he also moves forward. So we have to be very careful there. Unskippable fight. Have to be careful because if you stand inside where an enemy is supposed to spawn, then he just doesn't spawn, like at all. So if I don't know where the enemy is spawning, then I'm kind of moving around because I don't want to be standing potentially in a place where the enemy's trying to spawn and then just losing time. And again, we've got an absurd amount of health at this point, so we don't have to worry about that, really. Also, the other thing I would point out about the health upgrades... This one teleports. The other thing I would point out about the health upgrades is, even if you decide that you don't really need them, because the world map dialogue skill requires going to the shop anyway. Like, even if you don't need to go to the shop, the world map dialogue skips still save time. But then you end up going to the shop, and so at that point you might so that ends up quite
it stopped.
The next level will have some very interesting puzzles.
Hurry!
The hourglass is nearby. I can feel it.
Feel it, how?
I can't explain it.
So I'll start explaining the first puzzle straight away. Basically, there's a puzzle where there will be 4 buttons and 4 platforms that can move up or down. And we need to line them up so that they're all in the down state so that we can jump over them. And each button moves, like let's say platform 3 and 4, and then another one might move platform 1, 2, 3, and so on. So here it is, there are the 4 platforms, we need to get them in the down state. But it turns out that if we hit 2 buttons very close to one another, like this, then they kind of cancel each other out,
A tomb.
and
You were there.
that didn't work.
The
Lovely.
lever was in your hand. Why did you hesitate?
Okay.
You think you're cleverer than everybody, but you're just like the rest of them. Those soldiers.
Okay, here
All
we
they
go.
can do is
So the reason that
fight.
didn't work is you saw I moved
Destroy.
left very slightly,
Why
and
did
that
I trust
deloaded
you?
the platform on the right, and that's why it didn't work.
Why did
So
you
I'm actually
trust
very
me?
happy I somehow managed to salvage that anyway. You can see one of the annoying things
Ow.
about the deloading
Sorry.
that I was talking about earlier. But anyway, if you press 2 buttons
Where are
close
you?
to one another, they cancel
right
each other
here.
out.
Hold my hand.
And that allows
Don't
us
let
to come up with a more optimal solution for that puzzle.
I didn't mean what I just said.
No, you're right. All that's happened is my doing. I wanted honor and glory. I
Oh,
brought this
very
on
nearly
us.
didn't make it there.
You are brave and good. If this tomb is to be ours, at least
Oh,
the
really?
devil
He's
will
hitting
work
me
with
through the
us.
wall?
And we are together.
Apparently
What
the
is
enemy
it?
can clip through walls too,
Nothing.
not just
You're
me.
trembling.
I just don't like closed spaces.
And then
There
another
must be some
puzzle.
way out of here.
This one is 332.
When I was small, my mother taught me a secret word. She said that when I was afraid, all I had to do was speak that word, and a magic door would open. I've never told that to anybody.
I can see why. It's the most childish thing I've ever heard of. What was the word?
Kakulukia.
Kakulukia. You did that, didn't you? Farah?
Yeah, that's the really neat thing about this game. The wall running through traps is so good. Because we just don't have to worry about it as long as we've got enough health. It's kind of like a side-rolling in Warrior Within, except every animation. So this level is just full of puzzles, and it's really long. And every single switch that we flick has a really long animation like that. So the solution to this next one is 3-2, so this is switch number 3, as you can see. There isn't any combat or anything in this level, it's just these types of puzzles, so we'll
Where are
have a
you?
few more of these.
Oh, isn't it beautiful?
Isn't what beautiful? Where are you?
If only we could stay here.
And then the next one is 3-3-2
Farah.
with the same levers. So here, 2 is right here, but we're going to leave it for later.
Farah?
And the reason why is because when we hit an object
Where
with our
are you?
sword, we kind of teleport to the object,
I don't
and
see
that allows
you.
us to move slightly faster. And so it's a micro optimization. You can
What
save
the?
maybe 1
Alright,
second
this
of
is
movement
getting ridiculous.
by leaving it for later, and then So you
Farah?
can see here
Just take me
on the
in
way
your
back.
arms.
Well, I kind of messed it up, but saw how he kind of teleported.
Farah. Was it real? That magical cavern? If it was a dream, then it was a dream we both shared. I know it was.
Okay, the solution to this one is 112233. Very imaginative.
Oh no.
And then there'll be one more puzzle after that. It's really a shame that there's nothing we can do to speed this level up other than just knowing the solutions.
Oh no.
Okay, so when we enter this next puzzle, there's like a cutscene that shows you the puzzle, but we can actually, because one of the part of the solution is 4, we can already start solving the puzzle before we even get to the cutscene. So the solution here is 441. So we hit 4 twice, so we're gonna have to climb this green vine. And then before we hit 1, we walk into the cutscene that shows us sort of what's happening here. I mean, technically, you can do it in any order, so you can also do like 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1 if you want to.
Farah, come
Okay,
back.
and now we climb this vine. There'll be a very small skip on the way down.
Farah, be careful. Don't pick up all the sand.
We climb this vine just to hit a button that unlocks this door, I think. Yeah, it's a door. So we could have gone there already, but that door would have been closed. So we come here first to click the button. And now we descend to the levers once more. But first, small optimization here. We can just drop down like this. And we can actually survive that. And 1, 2, 3, 3. Excuse me, I had to look up the solution.
What?
I'm calling them vines. Like, mechanically, they are vines. I don't care. What else do you want to call them anyway? Do you have a better name? And that's the end of the puzzle. So now we just climb the vines, and that's this boring level finished. So the next ones will be a bit more interesting. Fine, let's call them vine-like ropes, but vine is short for vine-like ropes. So we're calling them vines anyway.
This is gonna be
So this level will be mostly avoiding these yellow insta-kill saw blades. It's kind of like running from the Dahaka and Warrior Within, except significantly less climactic. Here we have to wait for those. Although in order to be considered a TFS DS runner, you have to die at least once there. It's mandatory. So here it really looks like we can skip these by going to the right again. But you actually can't, because you actually can't wall run on that wall. Except for the heights that the devs intended you to wall run. You can sometimes, I don't really understand how it works, but it works like, I don't know, 20% of the time. Sometimes he wall runs, but most of the time he just drops off, so I'm just not going for it. Here the devs drop a little bit by getting the approaches.
Farah!
Yeah, exactly.
Farah! No!
So we make heavy use of the fact that when you hit something with your sword, you teleport to the thing here. Okay, so this level actually has some neat optimizations. First of all, we go immediately here, make this cycle. Okay. These are harder than they look. Because they actually kill you even on the way back up. Just interacting with the collision kills you. But somehow it didn't kill me then? What? Okay, I think there's nothing I can do to salvage it. But yeah, basically they kill you even if you touch them on while they're on the way up. So they're really, really annoying. Which is why here, although it doesn't look hard, I'm going to be using slow-mo. Because it's really tight. You don't want to go too early because that one kills you even as it's traveling up. But then if you don't want it to get you while it's traveling down, without slow-mo, the timing is actually quite tight. So I might as well just go for slow-mo.
For your own safety,
But these ones that we get through by controlling the enemy are actually not that tight because actually when we're controlling the enemy, it's much more lenient. We can.
I will handle this
as
intruder.
we're traveling up and.
Your exertions are most amusing.
Let him be brought before my father. He will judge.
But to get it back from these enemies, it's actually very good with these enemies up here.
Isaiah, I have
These ones,
commanded
the
you
double
to
ones,
stop.
are very tight.
Do you disobey?
I've taken orders long enough from a senile fool and a sniveling brat.
I actually did that early. Like they still
Your
kill
father
you.
was a great warrior in his youth, or so he would have him. Did you really think you could defeat me?
We're fast here.
Careful.
Slow-mo again.
Don't tire yourself.
And then the enemy jab. We can even get one of our sets back from the dead end. With these boulders that are going up, I have had it happen where no matter what I did, it would kill me. So that was nice.
So tense.
So in this level, there's a strat with slow-mo, but I actually wanna try to show off a different strat that doesn't use slow-mo.
Any last words
For style points.
to the princess before I kill her? Words of love, perhaps?
So, yeah, we can just roll as it's coming, and it just goes over us. So now we don't have to worry about it. In the run, the strat is slow-mo, but this was for style points.